Solomon Shereshevsky, the man who couldn't forget. Imagine remembering everything, every word you hear, every number you see, every detail of a moment, not just for days or years, but for a lifetime. This was the extraordinary experience of Solomon Shereshevsky, one of the most remarkable memory cases ever studied in psychology. Solomon Shereshevsky was born in 1886 in Russia. By the 1920s, he was working as a journalist. It was during this time that his editor noticed something highly unusual. Shereshevsky never took notes, yet he could remember entire conversations, lists of instructions, and complex details perfectly, word for word. This remarkable ability led him to meet the psychologist Alexander Luria, who went on to study Shereshevsky's memory in depth for more than 30 years. What Luria discovered was astonishing. Shereshevsky appeared to have an almost limitless memory. He could remember long lists of words or numbers in the exact order they were presented. He could recall information years later without any rehearsal. Poems, speeches, and complex material needed to be heard only once to be remembered accurately. Unlike most people, Shereshevsky did not forget. The key to his extraordinary memory lay in a condition called synesthesia. Synesthesia is when one sense automatically triggers another. For Shereshevsky, sounds were never just sounds. Words created vivid images, colors, textures, tastes, and even emotions. Numbers appeared as shapes arranged in space. Every piece of information became a rich, multisensory experience. Because of this, information was never abstract. It was always visual, concrete, and alive. To remember something, Shereshevsky simply revisited the image he had created in his mind. Without being taught, he naturally used a strategy similar to the method of loci, a powerful memory technique. He placed images along familiar mental routes, such as streets or rooms. A list of numbers might become a sequence of strange objects positioned along a path, each one tied to a specific place, color, or sensation. This made recall effortless. At first, Shereshevsky's memory seemed like an incredible gift, but over time, it became clear that it also came with serious difficulties. Because he remembered everything in vivid detail, he struggled to forget information that no longer mattered. He found it hard to focus on what was important because irrelevant details never faded away. Abstract thinking was also difficult, as everything he remembered was concrete and image-based. For most people, forgetting is useful. It helps us generalize, prioritize, and move on. For Shereshevsky, forgetting was almost impossible. In fact, he had to invent techniques to try to forget. He would imagine memories fading away, dissolving, or even burning. Often, these attempts failed, and the memories remained as clear as ever. Alexander Luria eventually published Shereshevsky's story in 1968 in a book titled The Mind of a Memoist. The case transformed psychology's understanding of memory. It showed that memory is not just about storage capacity. It demonstrated the powerful role of imagery and the senses in remembering. Most importantly, it revealed that forgetting is not a weakness, but a vital part of healthy thinking. Shereshevsky's case challenged the idea that a perfect memory is always desirable. It showed that memory needs balance. Too little memory causes problems, but so does too much. At its heart, Solomon Shereshevsky's story reminds us that memory is about more than remembering. It is also about letting go. So the next time you forget a detail, misplace a fact, or struggle to recall something perfectly, remember this. Forgetting is not a flaw in the human mind. It is a feature, one that helps us focus, understand, and move forward. That lesson comes from a man who could remember almost everything, studied for decades by Alexander Luria, and who taught psychology why forgetting matters just as much as remembering.
If you enjoyed our channel, please click subscribe.